Hi, I'm Cynthia Izaguirre in Dallas, and here are your headlines from North Texas. The city of Rowlett just declared a long-awaited development with a blue lagoon is in default. It has been nearly 10 years since the city announced the project that was supposed to be built along Lake Ray Hubbard. Brittany Moncrief shows us what's holding up the deal.
Progress on the peninsula is the dream.
It's hard to fight between Garland on one side and Rockwall on the other and get businesses.
So Rowlett residents like Stanley Pollard have been banking on this, the Sapphire Bay development.
That was the star, that was the crown, as that southern part to bring in commerce.
The project began in 2015 with plans for a resort hotel, residential and commercial spaces, and a crystal lagoon.
Kind of all of this component that really makes this entire development attractive.
And that's where the city says progress is stalled.
This is what we are filing default against.
Mayor Jeff Winget says construction was supposed to begin 2022.
We're in fall of 2025, 3 years later, and we have not seen any progress to that end.
Okay, let's call the vote, please.
Wednesday, City Council voted unanimously
And that item carries unanimously.
to declare the developers, Sapphire Bay Land Holdings, at default of their agreement.
Our residents are really disappointed about the way that Sapphire Bay has shaken out, and we experience that frustration right along with them.
In a statement, Sapphire Bay says they remain fully committed to developing all agreed upon development components, despite delays from COVID, inflation, and an apartment fire, which the city says was privately owned along with completed development.
They were expecting 2 years ago $2 million to be rolling in for tax money to the city, and it hasn't occurred yet.
So some like Stanley want to see more drastic measures taken,
Take legal action, get the entire project back.
putting progress on a schedule to what they see is best. In Rowlett, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
The mother accused of murdering her 6-year-old son and fleeing the country made her first court appearance on Thursday. Cindy Rodriguez Singh is charged with murdering her son, Noel Alvarez, who has been missing for nearly 3 years. Shortly after his disappearance, she fled the country with her husband and Noel's siblings. She was extradited to the United States from India at the end of August after years on the run. According to our partners at the Star-Telegram, today the court documented her tattoos and took a DNA sample, marking the start of her legal process. Right now, there's a debate in Fort Worth as city leaders consider changing a road's name. Next week, the City Council will discuss a new alternative for White Settlement Road on the west side. Adriana de Alba explains why a name change is on the table.
It's a name that makes people stop and think. White Settlement Road. It cuts across Fort Worth's west side, but soon it could have a new identity.
White Settlement Road is it's not palatable, but it makes people ask questions.
That thought-provoking name stretches past small businesses like this one,
With Fort Worth having such a strong cowboy culture,
run by two Native American sisters,
I would believe that there was like a better reasoning to it, I guess.
who see it as more than just a sign on a street.
The only way I would want the name to be changed if it were changed to something that actually honored Native people.
City leaders are expected to vote next week on whether to rename it West Side Drive.
The road name goes back more than 175 years. Historians say it's named after a so-called white settlement among Native villages. Well, for years, people in the Native American community have asked for this road name to change.
Large portions of our community, it's a very painful name.
But the area's council member Elizabeth Beck says the change is mainly business driven, something the new developers of the $1.7 billion West Side Village initiated.
It's a double win for the city of Fort Worth. We get to create a special place by creating a development on a boulevard with a name that shares that of the development, but also by changing the name of a street that we know so many people have called for so long to do so.
If approved, the developers of Westside Village would cover the roughly $26,000 cost to make the switch.
I know a lot of people feel like the name should be changed because it would somehow write history, but to me it won't. To me it will just erase it.
If approved, one of Fort Worth's oldest streets will begin a new chapter. In Fort Worth, I'm Adriana de Alba.
You might also be wondering if there were ever talks to change the name of the city of White Settlement. In 2005, a proposed charter would have changed it to West Settlement, but voters overwhelmingly rejected it. Collin County Animal Services is now reopened for dog adoptions. The shelter had to close last month because of a canine distemper outbreak. To thank the public for its support, adoption fees are just $10 for the rest of the month. Well, North Texas has no shortage of unique experiences, and our Sean Giggy found a place that might just be one of the most unique of all.
Do you live in a bubble? Well, then you're gonna love this place.
This is a whole new take on a bubble.
That's why it's called Bubble Planet, and it opens soon at the Grapevine Mills Mall. You've seen bubbles, but you've never seen them like this, mostly because it's the first location in Texas.
Bubble Planet is a multi-sensory experience that allows our visitors to experience 12 unique different rooms.
Katie Mulberry is with the team behind Bubble Planet and says those rooms are filled with interpretations of bubbles, like an abyss under the sea, a bubble-inspired room that seems infinite, a swirling sea of bubble-like balloons, and of course, real bubbles. It takes about an hour and a half to experience, but guests are welcome to go at their own pace and find joy bubbling over.
There's so much more on a bubbles journey.
It'll make you rethink everything you knew about bubbles.
If you're looking to do something boring and not fun, I hate to burst your bubble, but this ain't it.
And those are your headlines from North Texas.